for some reason. Knowing that no one is really actually watching, yeah, it feels weird to talk to yourself. However, I need to get this done. I want to make these necklaces as a gift for friends. And I figure just let me, I don't know, capture the process on camera, because why not? And like, it's not that I struggle with talking, I can't talk to myself. So even if no one is watching, do I really mind talking to myself for like 30 minutes or something until I finish working? I don't think so. So anyway, I started with trying it and it looks cute. So I'm kind of confident that it will turn out how I imagined it. I didn't add a glitter, although I think if I added it would have looked cuter, but honestly I wasn't very confident about mixing glitter because the amount of resin that I want to add is really small, and I wouldn't want it to affect the necklace. Like, I want to add just a bit of resin, not a lot, because this necklace closes and I'm scared if I added too much it won't close. The idea of the necklace is to close, so if it didn't close I just ruined it, and I don't want this to happen. And I think a glitter would be hard with the circumstances, you know, with the small amount of resin. However, I'm ready. So basically I cut the paper. I'm supposed to fit it here. I think it's a bit bigger than it should be. I'll just cut it a little bit more and then we will glue it together. For a while I worked. Yeah, I can't say that I made a living out of this, but it was like my side hustle as a student. I worked in making name necklaces with resin, and I earned some living out of it. It was fun, but really hard. And I used to work with like epoxy resin, not even UV resin, which was harder to work with. I'm just glad that I started with working with UV resin now. I don't sell anymore though. It's just not worth it. It's a lot of work, and I don't know if I'm willing to put the work in anymore. But you know, it is what it is, I guess. So I'll put some glue here. I really hate this glue that I have. It gives me a hard time every time. Just a second, try to unscrew it and then just add it with a brush or something. Yeah, I found a brush. Perfect. So yeah, I will dip it in the glue. That's a bit too much glue. And I will put the glue here to glue the name. So this friend that I'm making the necklace for graduated from law school, so just the words, if you don't speak Arabic or don't read Arabic, it's saying like the lawyer, her name, and then her second name, and then like the law icon, whatever. So after I glue it, I need to put extra layer of glue over it to secure it, and for the resin to not seep through the paper, because resin tend to do so. So I glued it. I add extra layer of glue over it. Don't be scared of adding a little bit more than you should, because it will dry clear and will act like a barrier. I should have cut it here a bit more than that. It's kind of too late now. It's okay, the resin will fix this, hopefully. And yeah, so gonna cut the second name and continue. I'll try cut better this time. Measuring this wasn't easy, honestly. Like, you can see that I made the circle with Word program and like Word Office, but I printed it 3 different times with 3 different sizes, and none of them were perfect. This is the best size I got. So we are working with what we have, I guess. And it's not that bad. I mean, it's better than the last two. Just could never get it right for some reason. Although, as I said before, I did work in this before, like with making names. Necklaces name, necklaces name, I don't know. As job. Now a job side hustle. So again, we brush the glue here. I really like this necklaces, it looks cute. If I was able to finish it with it closing, it will look just amazing. I want to show it to you when it's closed. So this is how it looks, it's closed. And then you open it and you find, it's supposed to be pictures, but I'm not gonna use pictures. It's just not culturally acceptable for us, I think. And also I don't own any of their picture, and I don't want to print their pictures with colored ink because it's harder to encapsulate in resin. I thought about picture, I'm not gonna lie. But one of them also is hijabi. That's why I didn't want to put her picture. Again, put in the name. I think I will cut it a bit more. I don't like how big it is. Although I did cut it a little bit more. Okay, hopefully this is better. Yeah. I don't want it to get dirty because that will show in the resin. So now a layer of glue over it. A tip, if you're gonna encapsulate it in resin later, wait for the glue to dry completely. I'm gonna put some here because that's a lot of glue. Wait for the glue to dry completely, because if it didn't dry completely, you will see the glue in the resin forever. You will encapsulate the undried glue. That's coming from experience, so please listen to it. Gonna put a bit more here and then gonna wipe it because I feel like I put too much here. I mean, we need it to dry at the end, like in 10 minutes or something, and that's just a lot of glue. I'll dab it with a tissue because, yeah, I just don't like the amount of the glue that I put. And I will wait for it to dry. Now I will do the last one, which will be this. It is the icon of, like it's the symbol of law, which will look so cute because, as I said, my friend is a lawyer. So this is me cutting it. I will move this aside for a second, start cutting this. I don't know if any of you worked in resin before, but like working with resin is kind of easy if you're a beginner artist, if you love art but you don't know where to start. I would always recommend resin, but it comes with a lot of bad things. For example, it causes allergies in the skin, it causes breathing problem. It's just not safe to work with, basically. So it depends on how long you want to live. The answer for me is clear, so I don't mind working with resin, but you need to consider it if you have a different answer, I guess. So I'll cut a bit more just because it's a bit bigger than it should be. And I don't know what to do about that. I think this is good. I cut it very well. I'll just glue it now into the necklace. I always hated working with resin though. Although it's easy, it's very sticky. Okay, it needs a bit of cutting, so I will take it and cut it a bit more. And it doesn't, like, if it stick to your skin, it's just not easy to get it off. It's just a pain of it in the ass. I think I cut it more than I should be. Yeah. Okay, that's enough. I will coat it now in glue and start with the other necklaces for the other friend, waiting for the glue to dry before coating it with resin, which will be the fun part in comparison to the cutting and the gluing part. The good thing that's I know it will turn out good because I tried it here. Anyway, this is the first one finished. I'll start with the second one. Again with cutting, gluing, and whatever I should do before using resin on it. So this time this friend is a doctor, and I put the word doctor here. I'm really proud of her. And her name, I didn't put her second name because it was very long. So I just put her nickname, her pet name that I use it for her. Because the circles are very small. I mean, those usually are for pictures. I don't think it's easy to turn a picture that small and like encapsulated in a necklace. I always hated the idea of a picture in those necklaces because, like, can you actually see those people? Or maybe because I have a poor eyesight, I'm just projecting. What do you think? Not that you can answer that, but not that if I know there's someone watching it will answer that one day. But yeah, I just hate picture in those necklaces. So I cut the first word, which is doctor, and I'm gonna glue it here at the first circle here. So again, you put the glue first. I'm just using the excess glue. You put the circle next. God, you get frustrated, that's part of the job too. And then you coat the circle with the glue again, and you wait for it to dry. You actually wait for it to dry. If you are impatient like me, that will cause a problem. Not waiting for the glue to dry will actually cause a problem. Okay, so we finished the first. Good thing I have few left, so I will have time to wait for it to dry, or like something to do while it's drying. Then again, we will cut and glue. So this time I'm gonna cut her name here and glue it to the next circle. Because why not, I guess. There's an idea that's haunting me, and it's not like a very weird one, but just bothering me for a while now, that we are in summer. It's really, really fucking hot. I'm melting right now while working with you. But like the other side of the planet are just enjoying winter. And I say enjoying because I love winter, and winter here is not basically winter, it's just the weather getting a bit colder and you can go out and live without AC. And it's just basic geography, I guess, but it just amazes me. I wish I can live half of the year here and then half of the other year in another place where it's their winter. It will be just so fun. But that's not related to what we are doing today. I shouldn't be left to talk to myself because I always stray. So I stuck this here, and then we coat it with the glue. So now we finished the first, the second, we need to do the third and the fourth. So let's do this. Okay, so my friend name is Athir. I don't actually know what that means. I think it's about something that can't be touched. So like, I don't know exactly, but something like this. And I call her Ray, which is really fitting for the meaning and also for the letter. I'm so proud of the nickname that I gave her. And she also like a ray of sunshine, so it's really, really fitting. If you know her, you would have understood, but you don't. So you will just need to trust my word for it. Okay, I'm cutting it, but I'm not showing you, which is wrong. I'm supposed to show you what I'm doing. So I'm cutting the paper. Okay, I'm cutting it really badly, but it's a bit bigger than the circle, so I want it to fit. So again, I'll try to fix it, make it more circular. And yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. Now we will glue it here. So we can glue the medicine symbol here, and then we will start with resining. Working with resin is a bit easier than crocheting, so just an information for you as someone who do both. Would you rather to watch someone crochet or someone resin, like working with resin? I think I would rather see someone crocheting. Growing up, I didn't know how to crochet, but my mom was like a very professional one, and I loved just staring at her playing with the yarn. Not exactly playing with the yarn, like knitting the yarn, crocheting the yarn, and it was just my favorite thing to do. And I'm not autistic. No, if you're questioning that, I don't think I am. I don't think that why I spent hours looking at her crocheting. But possibly have ADHD, that what my therapist say. He didn't say it completely, but he suspected it. It's a shame that I don't go to him anymore, but if I went there, I think he would have medicated me for it. Anyway, this is the last step. I need to cut this into a circle and glue it. If we finish the gluing, then we can start using the resin, which is really exciting. This bothers me, that the circle is not lining, so I think I'll try to peel it, although I don't think this is smart. Yeah, it's not that smart idea, but we should try to make it small. My hands now are full with glue and I hated it. I mean. Okay, the thing is, you need for the word to be straight, so to be readable, if you know what I mean. Like, yeah, like this. So I think this didn't turn that bad. I didn't leave fingerprints or anything. Okay, then we're gonna dip in glue again and glue it here. So yeah, coat it very well. This glue dries clear. And again, if you weren't listening from the very beginning, it's important because it will prevent the resin from seeping into the paper. I don't think you should use regular paper with resin to begin with, but that what I have and that what I always use because it's cheaper and I own a printer and I'm not gonna go print on some expensive material. Well, it's a small business thing, or it used to be a small business thing. I don't do this for money anymore. And got it. Okay, now we finished this necklace. We'll need to leave it to dry, to actually leave it to dry for a second, more than a second, for like 10 minutes. It's a good thing that we have this now almost dry to work with. So I did the first one. You can see me touching it. It's like a glass. It has a shine in it, which is lovely. So I'm gonna close it. This is getting in the way. I just want it to be okay, like this, so I can do the next one. I'm gonna use UV resin. Can I just clean the places for a second? Get the paper out of the way. I'm just glad I stopped you, like I finished with the glue. The glue wasn't fun. And yeah, here it is. I'm using epoxy resin, not epoxy, sorry, UV resin. You open it, you do this, like they have extra cap. It's a nozzle, and you start working. So the glue is dry, which is good. What you should do is put the smallest amount ever, and I mean it, because this necklace will close on each other, like on itself. Every part fits the other part, and if you overdo it, it won't close, and you will ruin the whole necklace. And it wasn't a cheap necklace, like I ordered it. It wasn't that cheap for something that you will end up working in, like not something finished project. But I really liked the idea of it, liked the shape of it, and I wanted to make it as a gift for friends. So after, like, I can say that I coated the whole name, we'll use UV light. Yeah, I think that's enough. You don't want to add resin until like you have a dome shape. That will ruin it. As again I said, you'll need to close it, so we're gonna use this UV light, and you will leave it for 2 minutes, I guess. So I wonder if I should do also the second one at once and let them dry together. I think that's smarter. So let me do the second part first. You can see that there's still some glue at the end, not completely dry. So I don't know, maybe I should give it a second. I think it's fine. Don't be impatient like me. Wait actually for things to happen. But like, believe me, the amount of the glue that's left is really small. So I'm putting it, just move it around so you make sure you're not adding too much resin. Too much resin will ruin this piece. You need it to still stay close on itself. I hate how it's not easily, like, it doesn't lay down straight. That actually make the resin cure not not perfectly straight, which I hate kind of the look of it. I'm not a perfectionist, but you want your things to be straight, or as straight as possible, at least when it comes to jewelry. So I'm gonna leave it now for 2 minutes. I have nothing else to do, so enjoy the silence, I guess, or enjoy me babbling until it dries. It actually dries in less than 2 minutes. I think they wrote in the box that I should leave it under the light for 5 minutes, but that was like, it actually took less than 2 minutes for it to dry, which is something good. I wonder if the light also will make the glue dry faster. I don't think glue and resin are made from the same thing, but I wonder if it works. I'm also excited to make the other one. Oh, I noticed that I kind of made the doctor one a bit wonky, so I will try to fix this because you didn't want your piece wonky. Good that I noticed it before the resin. Okay, I don't think I'm able to fix it. It's very glued to the... I think if I moved it, I would break it. Like I would break the paper. So my friend will wear a wonky necklace. God bless her, she won't notice. I know her. So I think it dried. To check if it dried or not, I usually use this. So I get it out and like tap it. Yeah. Can you hear it? It sounds like glass. I think this is also dried, but I'm gonna leave it for a second, extra second. And then we're gonna do the last circle. I don't believe that I used to work like to do the same type of necklaces, but with epoxy resin. That was like pure torture, believe me, because epoxy resin take like 1 day to dry, not like 2 minutes to dry. And yeah, it wasn't easy to wait to make a necklace, like to wait 1 day to make a necklace, one necklace. Now I can make it like in 20 minutes, I can say 30 minutes maybe, depends. This would have taken like at least 2 days from me. So just add. Again, don't do too much because we need to close it. I don't want the resin to go, don't like overboard with the resin and it won't close and I will just ruin it. So I'm gonna leave it here to dry for like 1 minute. It will be ready in 1 minute. And then we can do the other part or the other necklace. And then, but I will check first of all if it closes and show you how it open and close. It's just so satisfying to look at it open and close. And it's so fun, at least for me. I mean, I majored in linguistic because it is fun, so I don't think what is fun for me is fun for other people, but if you're like me a little bit, you will find it really fun. So I wonder if it dried or not. Do you think it dried? Okay, you can see that I didn't glue this part very well. I tried to make it closer, yeah. Because there's a bit of discoloration here. It's a bit here darker. This discoloration because I didn't left the glue to dry completely. Or I didn't put enough glue, and then when you didn't put enough glue, the resin seeps into the paper. So when paper drinks the resin like or get wet, you know how it gets darker. So yeah, that why I was like very careful. I was telling you from the very start, be careful with the glue, put enough glue and coat it with the glue or whatever. I think it's dry. So again, yeah, can you hear it? Okay, so it's finished. This one is finished at least, and you can see it has a glassy finish, which I really like with resin. I'm gonna try to close it. I hope it will close. It will close, because if it didn't, I'll feel so bad. But it's supposed to close. I'm supposed to put this in the... Did I ruin it or did I not? We'll see now. Oh, so it does close, look. So it's just like, I don't know, a bowl with 2 wings. And if you open it, or when my friend that will receive it open it, she will see the lawyer rather with the symbol of law, I guess. And just admirable, honestly. I like it. Now I'll start with the other one, like resin the other one, for the other friend, the doctor one. Two of my best friends graduated this year. I'm just really proud of both of them. So here, I can see that the glue didn't dry completely. Sorry, my phone overheated, and I'm back. I think the glue now is dried. Good that I guess my phone overheated because I went for a second and the glue just dried waiting for it. So this time I'll just add a bit of glue. I'll do 2 at the time so it will take less time for me. I will just spread the resin, making sure that I don't put too much. Too much will ruin the pieces again. This is like my 10th time seeing this, but the piece won't close if I did too much resin. Okay, so I'll leave it now to dry under the light for 1 minute or so, and then I'm almost finished with this. See, 2 necklaces took like just 30 minutes out of me, so I can't say 30 minutes, 35 minutes, judging because I still didn't finish this one, which is like 17 minutes per piece, and it's a bigger piece, like because it's 4 names, 4 circles, I mean. So if you were to start a small business out of this, you will be able like to finish regular necklaces like 1 per, I would say, 5 minutes, which is good rate if you have a market for it. You should always remember that you need a market for this. Okay, I think the resin moved, which is a bad thing. It's the fucking, sorry, I shouldn't be swearing. It's the god. Adding resin over cured resin is also not fun. It's because of how the head is shaped, so it's making the resin move around. It's preventing it from laying straight down. So I'll put it a bit more this time, holding it, although you shouldn't be holding it. Like, I don't think this is healthy for your skin, but this is an exception. It will finish soon. Okay, I'm doing this until it dries, then I can start with the second, the third, and the fourth very soon. But I can't say that I'm almost finished. Okay, let me check if the resin dried. Again, dabbing, yeah. Sound like a glass. Here, it's not dried in this one because it made it a bit wet. I don't know if you can see it or not. I don't think you can see it, but that means it's not dry. We'll be again here. If you don't have the lamp, you can just put it under sunlight. It will work the same thing, but the lamp just cut it way shorter, like 10 times shorter. So yeah, I'll just stop with this one, leave it to dry by its own, and go resin the last 2 pieces. The one with the nickname and the one with the symbol. And I will move the resin around. Again, I don't want to overdo the resin part. If you put glitter in this piece, I mean, it will look divine, because actually I tried it before. Glitter on the black paper looks like a small galaxy, and it's really interesting looking. I used to make also a lot of galaxies pieces. They are really fun ones. Again, we're gonna just leave it to dry. So it will take 2 minutes, and then after finishing to dry it, leaving it to dry for a second, we can close it, see if we didn't ruin it, and then attach it to the chain, like the chain that came with it, to turn it to a necklace. I don't think one of them will wear it because she doesn't wear necklaces, but I know that she will hang it in her car because she just loves her cars a lot. And so yeah, I'm just sure that both of them will adore it. It's their style. I wouldn't have made it if I didn't know that they kind of like those kind of things. Are you like a person who likes their names on their necklaces, cars, or whatever it is, cups, something? Because I was never a fan of this, which is funny because I worked in it. Like I sold keychains and necklaces with names, but I was never a fan of this. I find the irony of it funny. I still hate how the first one turned out because it's not exactly like worked out correctly. But I mean, with working by hand, you expect things sometimes to go wrong. That's the nature of things. It can't be helped. So I'm gonna check if it's dry. I don't know, I don't think it's dried enough yet. I'm gonna leave it a bit more. But we are almost done. Oh, but I'm getting hot, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. The lamp also is getting hot. So I think it's dried. Yeah, it looks dry to me. Look, the finish of it, it's like a glass. You can see it. So yeah, this one didn't dry. Oh, I've been struggling with this one for a while right now. It's just the bose of it is hard and I don't know how to dry it. Like, I kind of want to add more resin to it because I can see the side that the resin didn't reach, but it's not drying to begin with. Let me check the rest. So this is dry, this is not exactly dry. Okay, you know what? I'll just leave it to dry a bit, like this. And then I'll figure if I want to add more resin or not. I don't want to rush it and feel guilty about it. But you know what can we do while it's drying? We can assemble this one. So I'm gonna take it a bit out of frame while it's drying, and then we're gonna assemble this with its chain. Just a second. I'm just bringing the chain. So this is the chain. I will assemble it because this is dried, and we can then wrap them as a gift. Okay, to assemble them I need my pliers that I don't know where did I put them, but I'm pretty sure it's with like my box of things where I bought everything basically. Yeah, found them. Good thing I found them. And I wanna wait. That's been a while. I wanna check if they, before starting to assemble, I wanna check if they actually dried. So, God, I don't want to touch it because that will leave a mark. I think it's dried. Yeah, but I want to add a bit of resin for this one. I know that it could be a bad idea. I'm nervous too because we discussed that before. It's not drying because the light is not reaching it, It's drying wonky, but it's really bothering me. So I want to add a bit of extra resin to it. Can I see? Okay. I did add extra resin, and I think I can still add a tiny bit more. Okay. I did add a bit more. I will leave it now to dry there, like under the light. Just move it carefully and leave it to dry while we are doing this, like assembling this one. So we're gonna close it first. Then we're gonna put the wings in their places. I don't want to break them, so I'm trying to be gentle. I would say though it closes even after the resin, but it's not as easy as it used to be. So there's that to note. Okay, it's closed. Now I'll need to open this to, or like to put the chain through this. So I will take the ring, jump ring, chain it, fall down from my hand. My hands shiver sometimes, and I don't know why. Maybe I'm nervous about chaining something. Anyway, I did chain it. So I will add the jump ring again. I will now stop the resin thing because I think it dried. Yeah, I think it dried. I'll check it last time. Yeah, it dried. Okay, I will finish chaining this one, chain the next one, and then we can call it a day, I guess. So the jump ring that I removed, I'll put back. And then I'll secure it again. And then look at it, how cute it is. If we opened it, let's open it and show you again how pretty it is from the inside. That's just so cute. Okay, let's chain the other one, and we'll be finished. This is the other one. You can see it, doctor. Oh God, this one is not dry enough. It's just giving me so hard of a time. I will leave it for a second. And also the resin is thick in that piece, which making me worried that it won't close. Anyway, I'll move into doing the chain. So removing the jump ring so I can chain the necklace part to it. Oh, I'm gonna break my nail one day working with pliers. For this type of things, you should have 2 pliers. I don't know where my other plier is because I'm not an organized person. I admit my fault. Anyway. Okay. We took the jump ring. We can take the chain out. And I hope this time the resin actually dried, so we can just finish this and have our happy ever after with those two necklaces. I'm really done with this one and the drying thing. Okay. I think it's dried this time. I just hate how it dried because it dried with a bump. I'm now scared it won't close. Let's just try it before chaining it. So yeah, like this. Okay. Okay, it does close. That's a good thing. It does close. And now I will chain the necklace with it and add the jump ring and finish the necklace. So yeah, we just need to put the chain inside the circle and it will be done. Okay, I'll try to hold it so I can chain through it. It's really giving me a hard time because it's small and the chain is a bit thick, but it's doable because I did it before, so I know it's doable. Yeah, I chained it through. Now I will attach the jump ring. And would you like to see me do resin more, or would you like crochet more? Like, what art person you are? What type of art are people into usually? Because I wouldn't mind doing both. I'm thinking about making those cute coffee cups and earrings out of resin. Like, the idea haunts me, and I have those plastic cups that are so cute, plastic mugs, and I really need to make it soon. I'm just so busy and I can't find time to finish my things, and I'm full of ideas that I don't know if I will ever do them, honestly. So this is the result. It finished, yay. And this is also the result. It finished again, yay. So I'm gonna open them for you last time, and then we can finish this live. So here, I know it's just such a sweet idea and a gift for someone. Okay, that was bad. I wonder why it happened. Yeah, I'll try to close it again. Okay, yeah. That was it. Thank you for watching me. Whoever passed even for a second, thank you. And hope to see you soon.